The prophets were numerous. The first of them was Adam, peace be upon him, who was created from clay as an unimpaired human in the best of forms. After him among his offsprings,
the prophets were many. Adam, the first, a grown man with knowledge from the soil of the earth. The creation of the son of Mary was not as amazing. Adam had no parents for giving birth and raising. The second prophet was the son of Anasheed. All people stayed Muslim till after the third, Idris. Sheed was called Seth. Idris is Enoch. After the third, mankind entered a new epoch. Iblis, the first jinn, the devil, the cursed, introduced man to polytheism, idol worship. Allah sent one greater than any before him. Noah called them back to Islam, but most ignored him. And so the children of Adam perished by the thousands in a flood that drowned them and submerged the mountains in a ship. The believers were the achievers. The sons of Noah were the only breeders, from the Egyptians to the Ethiopians, Arabs, Persians, Turks, Gog and Magog. The Europeans spread throughout the lands, multiplied in masses, the descendants of Sam, Ham, and Yafet.
The religion of all the prophets is one, Islam. The prophets are the best of Allah's creation.
After generations, people disbelieved in the only God. Allah sent Hud to a tribe called Ad. They were giants who lived in luxury, but most rejected their prophet and persisted in blasphemy. Hud took the believers to escape what Allah would send. Ad was destroyed by a powerful wind. It blew for 7 nights and 8 days without stopping, raised them from the ground, and virtually left nothing. Victory was given to the believers with Hud. After him was Salih to the tribe of Thamud. He split a boulder and out came a camel, so some believe. But the haters in the tribe couldn't handle, and so they plotted against the camel and slaughtered. Salih took the believers to escape what Allah ordered, and it was more harsh than war. The angels screamed on them till their hearts tore. Punishment from the Lord of the worlds descended once more. His mercy was with those who prostrated to the floor, who believed in the Lord of the heavens and the earth, and in his prophets who were many, and Adam was the first.
Ibrahim, Lut, Ismail, Ishaq, Yaqub, Yusuf, Ayyub,
and many others.
Then Allah sent who compared to Noah was a greater man, father of the prophets. After him Abraham, the second greatest prophet in Islam. He left Babylon to the countries of Asham, and his nephew was a prophet. His name was Lot. He warned the Sodomites who got punished with raining rocks, and the angel tore the towns from the ground, raised them to the sky, flipped them around and dropped them upside down. But before the daylight, Lot left the borders. He and his Muslim daughters escaped the slaughter. Back to Abraham in the desert land, he rebuilt the Kaaba, originally built by the father of man, and practiced Hajj. From his progeny was Ishmael and Isaac, the father of Jacob, who is Israel, who fathered 10. Plus Joseph and Benjamin, those 12 married and in turn fathered many, many men. And thus is the origins of the children of Israel. Among them were the righteous, and many were miserable, receiving more prophets than any other nation for centuries, giving them correct explanations.
Musa, Yusha, Dawood, Sulaiman, Ilyas, Dhul-Kifl, Zakaria, Isa.
Their greatest was Moses, who made the sea split, who saved them from the Pharaoh and took them out of Egypt, followed by Joshua, who fought for the Holy Lands, and among them was David and his son Prophet Suleiman. And towards the end of this great line of prophetics was Zechariah and his son John, who was beheaded. And sealing the legacy of the prophets from Israel was Jesus, the son of Mary, with the real Injil. The Christians was the ones that went astray by the scam, because Jesus was the messenger of Islam with a book like the Quran, but his language and some laws was different. It had the belief in Allah the Magnificent. Like Moses came with the same religion, the Jews altered the scriptures, causing extreme division. Jesus came with the new laws, the Jews was appalled. He did miracles, but they still called him a fraud. And the conviction and the crucifixion is fiction. The Jews never nicked him, rather his companion was the victim. Jesus didn't die, he was raised to the second sky, will return and slay the imposter with the defective eye.
All the prophets were people of merit and patience, belief and certainty, truthfulness and religiousness, chastity and impeccability, intelligence and brilliance.
Then the last prophet of the Creator started alone and ruled Arabia 23 years later. The most eloquent when he would speak, attracting companions 100,000 deep. Muhammad, the Romans and Persians faced defeat to the greatest of the prophets, master of the elite, most fearing of his Creator. Any miracle a prophet had, he had similar or greater. Cause for the dead to come back to life as it was is less than a tree stump wailing out of love. For Musa, water sprang from a rock that had no water in it. For Muhammad, water sprang from between his digits. The sea split for Musa when he hit it with his staff. Muhammad pointed at the moon and it split in half. Peace be upon them. At the end of my verse, Muhammad was the last and Adam was the first.
Muhammad is the last of the prophets and their leader. The most knowledgeable among them, and the highest in status. The most articulate and the strongest, the most beautiful, brave, courageous, and generous. He had the most signs among them and the most outstanding miracles.